Without two hands, it's probably impossible to first tune the piano. When I was injured, I was working a concert and I tripped over a monitor and fell into the piano and then fell on the floor and actually didn't feel anything. I guess the endorphins just kicked in and the people were out on stage and I said hello and everybody said, "Are you okay?" And I did, and I sat in the audience and waited till after the rehearsal to check the piano. When I went back up on stage, I saw that my finger was completely broken and realized immediately that doing a one-handed job was impossible. After I was horrified at what my hand looked like, I called my wife and she said, "You get to the hospital right away." I was away from home and I said, "No, I'm going to drive home first," because it really didn't feel that bad. And then about halfway home, whatever mechanism that is that causes pain to go away, that left the building, and it was quite obvious that I was really hurt. So I went to the hospital, and the next day they said to go to the hand surgery. That's where the x-rays were taken and everything was done and the operation was done. And the hospital knew right away that this was serious. After the operation, the hand was put in a cast. When that was taken off, then I went over to the rehabilitation center where Patty she was just terrific.
From a fall, he broke the bone at the base of his small finger. Small fingers are notoriously difficult and challenging to treat. The fracture was displaced. It required surgery. It required fixation with hardware. So he came to our office soon after the injury. We saw him preoperatively. We made a custom molded orthotic for him preoperatively, and then he had surgery. And then we saw him postoperatively, remolded his orthosis, and started him with some early protected, gentle motion. His big goal was being able to get back to his job. So we gave him a very specialized exercise program to direct his motion in the way that would best accomplish getting him improved function, getting him back to where he needed to be. He needed to learn to move in specific movement patterns because he had learned some abnormal movement patterns through the period of immobilization. He also had a lot of swelling. We used a lot of techniques to manage that. He had a lot of stiffness in his hand. We used some specific exercises and a lot of functional activities to manage that as well. He went back to work full duty. He had full motion, full function, normal strength. So yeah, it was a great outcome.
It took about 10 weeks of recuperation. Through the work of the Hand Center, you could start to see the progress. I could see the progress as the weeks went by, and I start to feel a little bit better about it. You got to do what they tell you.